And after more than 70 years, a Korean War hero has finally come home to Georgia. In November of 1950, Master Sergeant Luther Grace was listed as missing in action. 3 years later, he was officially listed as killed in action. Eventually, his remains were discovered, but without modern-day technology, he was buried as an unknown soldier. But after a forensic breakthrough, he's finally being honored in his hometown of Lumber City. Tonight, after decades of uncertainty, Sergeant Luther Grace has now been laid to rest near his mother and father. Ellie Milliken went to Hazlehurst, Georgia, where the local community banded together to honor a war hero who finally made his way back home.
It was heartwarming. This man gave it all.
Sad situation, but we honor them heroes.
Today, Central Georgia honored one hero who returned home over 70 years after dying in the Korean War. For the Grace family, this funeral was special.
It's overwhelming to see their support. They like me. I never knowed the man personally, and neither did they.
This is my third coming home for a soldier similar to Sergeant Grace, all Georgia.
Emery Pruitt and his wife Sue Pruitt drove from Perry to attend.
Had I went to Vietnam, I might have ended up like Sergeant Grace, and I realized that. It was a very brutal war, and it was a very unpopular war. But we survived, and we're thankful for that. And this is our way of appreciation.
Steve Underwood is a close friend to the Grace family. He told us he's known Sergeant Grace's nephew, Kelly Grace, for a long time. Underwood says he has walked the journey to bring Sergeant Grace home with him. Today, he came out with his wife to support Sergeant Grace.
We owed it a few minutes out of our day to come and respect him and show respect to him and his family.
People gathered from all over. They say he truly was a hero. Grace will be buried in Lumber City right next to his parents. In Hazlehurst, Ellie Milliken, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, the Grace family told us they encourage other people who have unidentified family members from the military to never give up. And every year, the Defense Department attempts to identify more unknown remains. In 2019, the Defense POW and MIA Accounting Agency announced that they would exhume 652 sets of remains from the Korean War buried at the Punch Bowl Cemetery. Sergeant Grace was one of those 652. Now, efforts are expanding even more with new DNA testing. The agency hopes to bring closure to more families.